Parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him. In the backfield.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Emmanuel Agba. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. It's a foot race past the 20 and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete to Kelsey. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 52 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the Kansas City touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And it's 3rd down.
Push him back. Push him back. Go. Let's go.
Now Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, it's Grant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Snead's got it, but he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Marr now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Jackson to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw again is Jackson. Trying to improvise. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes being chased out left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow. There's a blue lady. 57. Tiny window. Tiny window.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flushed out and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Watch the pass. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now here's Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's good. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half. Tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Quick throw taken in by Snead. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Let's go, D.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. We're back now in KC. It's been a very highly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Chiefs 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands, no matter how it goes to the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. That's Watkins. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly.
There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Corey Grant, an 80-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go, Charlie. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. What we got? What we got? Yellow. Check.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Matt Judon. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. taken near the 13. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Now a desperation throw deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught at the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride, too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the Ravens, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take